Service members and veterans, listen up. The U.S. Supreme Court just made your GI Bill stronger, and I'm here to explain it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and please share this with a veteran and get the word out, especially for the people that you know that are pursuing higher education. I went ahead and read the 39-page opinion titled Rudisill versus McDonough, Secretary of Veteran Affairs, while I was on 24-hour duty, so you don't have to read it yourself. And here are my key takeaways. Link to the opinion is in the description, so you can read it yourself if you're interested. Judges have no principled way to make those judgments in regard to favoring one group over another, and only interpret statutory text as written. What does that mean? It means that this isn't the court virtue signaling, but an actual opinion derived from their interpretation of the text regarding the use of the GI Bills. They said, if service members serve long enough, they may be entitled to both regarding post 9/11 and Montgomery, but such service members may not receive disbursements from both entitlement programs at the same time, nor may they receive any combination of benefits for more than 48 months. Outside those limitations, their service entitles them to the benefits that they have earned, and the VA, quote, shall pay. What does serve long enough mean? I will answer that and more. Rudisill argued that due to him having distinct periods of service, each individual period of service or contract would allow the accrual of both different GI Bills, the post 9/11 and the Montgomery. The court said Rudisill had 3 distinct periods of service after each period of service received an honorable discharge. To me, that sounds like they're talking about he's re-enlisted. Providing such service allowed the accrual of both entitlements separately through distinct periods of service contracts. This will trigger the new entitlement maximum to be 48 months instead of the previous 36-month maximum. It is estimated that over 2 million veterans will qualify for this new 48-month maximum, assuming their service is long enough to warrant both separate benefits. I am unsure how this applies to veterans who elected previously to waive the remaining benefits to utilize the other benefit, but in the context of a 36-month limit, but would have qualified for 48 months under the court's new ruling. Bottom line up front, I have no clue if this will be retroactive or if it's only guidance moving forward. In addition, let's assume for a moment that it is retroactive, and a veteran had more benefits under the Montgomery GI Bill, but they were falsely waived in excess of 10 years ago. How will that play out? I have no idea, and the court didn't go into detail about the peculiar circumstances some may face. The previous example seemed specific, but I did so intentionally. The post 9/11 GI Bill does not expire if you served after 2013 due to the Forever GI Bill. However, the Montgomery GI Bill does expire after 10 years. I have seen it worded that you may use both GI Bills, and many are inferring that to mean 3 years of Montgomery and 3 years of post 9/11, but that is false. The combined total, as stated earlier, is 48 months. If this applies to you, then you get an extra year of free education, which is massive, but it does not double it. That is misinformation. Many believe it is a 6-year service requirement to qualify for the new provisions, but the court also used language referring to separate periods of service, which we determined earlier was contracts. So it may be 6 years, but it also may need to be broken up into individual contracts. Why do I make this distinction? If it must be separate contracts, then that would make a service member that served a single 6-year initial contract different than a service member that served 2 different 3-year contracts, even though they both served 6 years. How do you feel about this court ruling? What questions do you have about it? Comment down below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.